Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time once again for some more Baldur's Gate 3. Now as we know in our last episode, Jaria absolutely casts Speak with Everything. She's got mind reading, she's got Speaking with the Dead, and Understanding Animals. We got a lot here, right? According to this map, and the blatant writing on the middle of it, at the point where we've come in, this is the Zhentarim hideout. Now, I don't remember very much about the Zhentarim. I remember they are bad news. Specifically, I remember in Baldur's Gate 1, Zhentarim assassins would frequently attack me, often when I was resting. Most of them, if not all of them, hired by the game's main villain, who wanted me dead right from the offset. This would be the same main villain whose name featured in the title and first line of the description of a recent Baldur's Gate 3 mod that I wish I had not seen, as it turned out to be a blatant spoiler for this game. Look, I didn't go out of my way to look for this mod, I just like to go check the Nexus and see what mods have been uploaded for Baldur's Gate 3, because I like to see if there's any mods that do things to the game that I would appreciate. And I also like to see if this game continues to have a healthy modding scene, in the same way that other games, like, you can't really compete to Skyrim for a healthy modding scene, or necessarily Oblivion or the original Morrowind, but Neverwinter Nights, Neverwinter Nights 1, not Neverwinter Nights 2, which didn't have quite such a successful modding scene. But back when Neverwinter Nights 1 mods were on nwn.ign.com, I know, right? When IGN actually hosted the best quantity and quality and the broadest range of Neverwinter Nights mods. I mean, you could find Neverwinter Nights mods on other sites, but they'd have a rather more specialised selection, less varied, a bit samey. Most of them would have the same mods, but IGN would have all of them. In fact, I'm not really sure I've looked at IGN for anything else really. I mean, what do they do now? They've got a YouTube channel with sort of clickbaity videos, things like, medieval weapons expert rates for weapons in the latest Soulsborne game, or historical gun expert rates for guns in the latest Resident Evil game, or Call of Duty fuck off, or whatever, Look, you always say fuck off to Call of Duty, you have to, right? It's like Tom Clancy's boring shit. They're all Tom Clancy's and then something completely forgettable for the rest of the title. Anyway, as I was saying, I recall the Zhentarim as assassins in the first Baldur's Gate game to the point where when assassins would frequently attack me when playing Arcanum of Steamwork Magica Obscura, I would think, oh god, it's like the Zhentarim assassins from Baldur's Gate 1. It left that much of an impression. Now apparently they're not just assassins, they're more of a thieves guild, smugglers, nasty bastards basically. And I talked about this to my friend Whiteseer recently. He filled me in a bit. They're sworn to one of the dead three. I can't remember if it's Bane or Merkel, but they are essentially cultists who are trying to overthrow society, working from within by smuggling illicit substances and doing overall bad things to fuel their goals. So they're pretty bad people, and since Jaria seems to have resolved to try and make something decent of her life, since the tadpole has made sure she might not have very much left of it, these are probably not the kind of people she would like to work with or associate with. However, we first came here because the inn above was blazing, a raging inferno, and we wished to check that there was no one dead here. We met a chap in a barn who was about to blow the place up. It was littered with powder barrels and and oil spills and stuff, and he had a flaming spell in his hand. Clearly he was desperate. The presence of a flaming fist nearby had him on edge, and he was ready to just torch the place. Fortunately, we met Rugen, the survivor of the wagon that was ambushed by gnolls on the road near the trade post, just across the broken bridge, which would make you think the bridge must have been broken quite recently. But the wagon looked like it was going for trading post, because it couldn't have come up past the trading post, because that's a dead end, right? They couldn't have come from there. And a few survivors, including Rugen and his friend, made it off to a cave and got attacked by the gnolls. We spoke to them. I can't remember if we managed to trick them into believing that we'd come to pick up the crate of the chest full of stuff they had, or if they, I think they survived, and they said they were going to bring the chest off to their mates, but I could meet up with them here, their mates that is. So now that we are here, and this is information that we really should not have on the map, or even the area name when it loaded in. So let's just proceed anyway. I wonder
if the gods are watching me.
And see how things play out. We've got lots of containers here in these caverns, and a gate. Hello, game. Do I need to seriously?
That's far enough. What's your business down here? Answer honestly, and maybe we'll kill you clean.
Is that Rugen?
That's the lass who saved us from the gnolls. Let her in.
You revealed our location. That tongue gets any looser, Rugen, I'll cut it out. Come down then. Seems you're a friend of the family.
Interesting. So Rugen and his friend did make it back here with the chest. Very interesting.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
There's a trap. But it's a safe trap. It appears to have been deactivated. There's another one there. Might even be one further back there. Failed to spot it because she was standing right on it.
Can you steal anything? You did.
What's this? What was spotted here? A lever. One that would doubtless activate all the traps. Let's read this. The explosives are more volatile than a dragonborn's belch, and they cost more than most of your worth, so stop messing with them. It took me half a day to attach the mines to the ceiling, and somebody took one down and lobbed it down the elevator shaft. If you're going to waste resources, Zaris would remind you that you are resources, and she's not above throwing you down the shaft. And do you really want to risk attracting the attention of whatever might be at the bottom of that shaft? We're professionals. Act like it or I'll break your fingers. We got Will here. He's not likely to approve of what's going on in this place. Shadowheart, she's into trickery and thieving. She might like this. Karlak, she's kind of up for a good fight, and she's in a bit of a bad mood that we didn't have a nice party with the goblins, and that we didn't give her any soul coins. So let's head down here and meet people. There are lots of oil trails and smoke powder trails around the place. This is a bit of a death trap. We should act accordingly.
You don't want to keep Zaris waiting. Believe me.
That's probably true. And he's probably up there.
need only tell her it's a gambling debt. It's happened before.
Well, don't you cut a fine figure? Want your portrait done? If you have the gold, my pet artist will make you a most heroical likeness.
You have a pet artist?
Let's say we're his patrons, yeah? Found him wandering the wilds alone. He needs protection. And if his paintings cover our costs, so much the better, eh?
Protection. Sounds a bit more like kidnapping to me.
Are you looking to buy him? I'm open to offers, mate. Threats, not so much.
Ooh. Could ransom him. You know, if he's as talented as you say, someone will be looking for him. Let's give it a try. Yeah, hard. Maybe wish I hadn't gone in for this now. If I fail, hopefully it won't start a fight. Oh, hello! I could go look for him, set up a deal if you like.
These artsy tossers always have friends in high places. That's why they're valuable. But, yeah, might be we've drawn enough attention to this place. Take the money, bastard, if he means that much to you. That is crap would sell anyway.
And you were just talking it up and saying it was really good.
When we get back to the gate, I'll take you to a museum.
They got...
I can't say I've ever been bought before. How much did I fetch?
You weren't.
No, don't tell me. There's nothing so depressing as learning one's true value. Well, you should at least know what you've paid for. I am the Oscar Fevras, at your service.
And I'm... Jariovel.
A genuine pleasure. I'm in your debt, as is my patron. My betrothed, I should say. Assuming Lady Janeth still wishes to marry me after our little, falling out.
You recall a recent scandal. A patriarch of Baldur's Gate who wished to marry a commoner.
Wait. You're Lady Janeth's runaway groom.
I did not run away. A date was never set. There were... complications. Before my fame, my patron, there was another woman. One I planned to spend my life with. But when Lady Janeth offered me a future, well... it felt only right to mention my past. Right, but unwise. I was forced to retreat into the countryside, to paint and to clear my head. To choose, I suppose.
So... did Lady Janeth offer him a wealthy fortune, and then he thought, in a rather mercenary way, alright, I'll go for that? Or did he have genuine feelings for her, right? And this former love, was she still in the picture? Was she long gone? What? You know, was it someone he still planned to live with? Or was it someone he had planned to be with in the past? That's a pretty horrific dilemma if you're the innocent party in this. Well, innocent enough.
Indeed. One to split the very soul. But I dare not dwell on it any longer, lest I weep. And we have your reward to
Her
consider.
face there.
Once I have made my way safely back to the city. Say, I don't suppose you could spare some coin, could you? Ease the discomforts of the road some.
Here, I can give you 200 gold. It's a spell scroll or two that my friend's gonna have to miss out on, but we'll manage to recuperate the cost somehow.
A hero to the hilt. Seek me out in the city, truly. Beneath my brush, you'll live forever. Until Baldur's Gate, then.
I wonder if he'll actually, like, make a custom painting of the character as an item in-game. That would be impressive. Probably based on the portrait here. This all looks very hello. Interestingly now, I think Will's approval might be higher than Shadowheart's.
There is work to do.
Yeah, she slipped back a little and he's
Time to waste.
increased.
All right. What now?
We'll have to try to cheer her up a bit sometime soon.
You seem a nice soul. I'm glad we didn't have to kill you.
Not half as
slow
glad
down.
as I am, friend. However, you're a bunch of criminal scum. And tackling you might seriously piss off our friend Shadowheart. But I'm not sure we can allow this to persist. Okay, that's a dead-end ledge, so let's clamber up this ladder. What does Rugen want with us here? We should at least hear him out before we pass judgment.
Something over there.
Oh, hello? Wait, no. Oh. Okay. I probably shouldn't do this. Just looking. But I did dig it all up. There's a bunch of... Uh-oh. That really can't be good. Let's take them now anyway. Right. So that path is obviously not the one they wish us to tread. This one, however, they have few compunctions about allowing us on. And this woman here seems to be in charge. Ollie's still here, Rugen's here. Okay, well let's go say hello.
Thanks again. Hope Zari's treated you to something nice.
Didn't give me anything. Let's say hello to her.
I owe you one for saving my people. The Zhentarim look out for their own. Even if it's Rugen. That's worth some coin. And my thanks. Our trader can show you some of our more exotic items now. But don't delay. This place is likely to be rubble soon.
What are you going to do? Bring the place down with all those explosives?
Someone kidnapped a duke. Right on our bloody doorstep. The Flaming Fist will need someone to blame. I don't plan on it being us.
Okay, find the missing shipment. We got a fancy crossbow called Harold. Haroldish Doom. When you deal damage to a target with a ranged weapon, it must succeed a charisma saving throw or be baned for 2 turns. Proficiency of this weapon type unlocks a few special things such as a crossbow, elixir of the Colossus, yeah, it's still going.
Behind, I'll leave you to the bit, and in no state to tell tales.
Good to see you. Killed any more beasts out there?
Look. You're a bunch of evil fuckers who offered to sell me a person as a slave, not as a ransom. I might have to seriously do something about this. But how would I be best positioned to do so? That's another explosive. And a... Okay, that's not a barrel full of it. This does not seem to be active. I think they've disabled them to allow us into the cavern. I also think I probably shouldn't have helped them now.
I need a quick word.
You're a friend of the Zhent now. That's worth something in Baldur's Gate. Assuming we make it back there in one piece.
Right, about that. I'm not sure they should make it back in one piece. We've already established they treated the artist very badly. Is he still here, by the way? Has he moved on already? I want to make sure he's completely safe from the area before doing anything reckless.
Keep it up, little brother. Might be I can sell you
Hey,
someday.
Bram.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah, what you got?
Of course. Got some interesting stock for a friend of the family.
Yeah, look, I'm really not happy about this. Okay. The Jolty Vest. When wearer takes damage while having lightning charges, the attacker must success. So, this would go with the boots. The attacker must succeed at a dexterity saving throw or become shocked. Okay. Gloves of Hail of Thorns. Level 1 conjuration spell. So that's probably a druidic spell, right? Whoever previously owned these gloves marked each with a series of 30 superficial scrapes, 6 per finger. What they indicate is unclear. Gloves of Thievery. Okay. Possibly worth it. Mail +1. Ring mail, again mail, yep. Chain. I mean, possibly worth it for our large horned friend. Again, named items are of more interest. Right, Rupturing Blade is a rapier. Hello. Plus 1d4 piercing is probably from the elixir of the Colossus, so it's a +1 rapier. The point of a rapier is capable of splitting into heated barbs should the wielder decide to prick themselves to activate them. Sacrifice for reward. So it's clearly more than a +1 rapier, because of, I imagine that glowing orange-like icon is a special attack that can be made with it. Okay, Wizard's Bane oil. Could do with another one of those potentially. Some nice looking dyes. Let's see what else is down here. So it seems our artist friend has made good his escape already. Am I going to... Okay. Let's see if I can find even more villainy they've been up to. Because obviously I should not associate with these as they are associated with Dread-Free. They have tricked me into this situation. And I don't particularly like it. Now I'm going to experiment with moving close to that. Okay. She walks very close to these. Doesn't seem to be too concerned.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
And you are? A pincushion, apparently. We can still speak with everything.
I hate wolves.
Yes, yes you do. Terribly sorry about that.
You were frightened of wolves, Shadowheart.
I suppose you've noticed I'm not terribly fond of wolves. I've always been terrified of them, ever since I was a child. I showed you my memory of when I was lost in the woods. It can hardly come as a surprise. The Mother Superior wasn't above using it against me. If I disobeyed, sometimes instead of a whipping, she'd threaten to drag me to a wolf den. never failed to bring me back in line. Why is it always the bad memories I can still recall? In any case, I'll be keen to avoid them.
Because the good memories have been taken away from you. I try to avoid wolves in the future where possible. Everyone's got their own fears. I won't judge yours. We can scarcely avoid your weakness right now. I hope this won't be a problem. Wolves, though? Really? They're just dogs with no table manners. They're like fucking Alsatians or German shepherds. Yeah, bollocks. They were Alsatians. She just lied and tried to make them sound a bit more upmarket or something. Anyway, right. Everyone's got their own fears. I won't judge you for yours.
You're unlike the Mother Superior, then. Maybe that's what I like about you. You're different.
I can ask about the artifact. I should do that back at camp. Preferably with Lae'zel around. I wonder if I asked about it outside camp with Lae'zel around, would she butt in on the conversation? I want to talk about... These are normal conversation options, right. Wolf is right next to us. You.
The dark smells wrong. Not night dark. Wheaten dark.
Oh?
Round and around again. Master gets confused, I think.
Oh? Why, what's this?
Had a peach of a shot on you as you came in.
Yeah, alright. No need to get all... No need to brag about it, mate. Okay, so we got a climbing down point there, which could lead us... Where exactly? Under here? Who's this?
That's curious.
Another small animal den.
I'm way too big.
We might want to utilize Gale when it comes to some of these. Can I mark the map? How would I can't remember how to add custom map markers. Oh well. Music here, a familiar theme, but with a more melancholy tone. Well, we should ask her to go stand back near the entrance.
Careful. No stone scent. No stone sound. Strange stone here.
Strange stone here. Definitely want to check this place.
That was an illusion.
Oh, hello.
I wonder.
Can I just go through it? I can. Elevator, you say? That would be the mine shaft they mentioned. And this is locked. Elevator winch probably needs something. Oh. Maybe it's just locked. Can we break this so this falls down and can't be used? I wonder. Now, where would this go? I wonder. Let's find out. Doesn't work right now. Something's missing. Probably something they have. And since they had notes about a mine shaft, I imagine they know about it. The wolf clearly does not. Right.
Wouldn't linger down here if I were you. See all that smoke powder? The flaming fist won't find nothing here but rubble.
Yeah, guess what? I'm not sure we can allow their wickedness to linger on any further. Unfortunately, we seem to have got ourselves into a situation where it's all going their way and giving them what they want. Ah, there's a ladder here. Right, we got one level 2 spells, one level 1 spell slot.
Gate at the ready.
Full.
Ready. Whatever it takes.
Empty.
Attention!
I think we need to rest.
I've got a long road ahead.
Strip this place bare!
Don't you dare.
You're a friend of the Zhent now. That's worth something in Baldur's Gate. Assuming we make it back there in one piece.
Will you be here when I return? Okay, let's go to camp. This is going to get rough, but here we go. I'm sadly going to lose my speak with everything. You know.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
I want to check my teeth aren't falling out. I'm going to press my fingers to my mouth.
Your finger traces the arc of your lips. Wetness, sweat, blood, and saliva mixed into one viscous liquid.
Oh, this can't be good.
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others. Then, myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
She's so nihilistic. She's like a BioWare writer. Good stories, but terrible endings. It's like they don't know how to come up with a decent ending to a story. If this goes wrong, there would be serious repercussions. If there's anyone in our party who would massively overact to us probing their mind with mindflayer powers, it would be her. Medicine. Yeah, with advantage. It's just a fever. Rest will break it. You know what? Have a boost. Oh yeah. Although I trust we won't be able to keep her on her good side for long without serious developments.
I cannot trust my own mind, so it seems I must trust yours. I will wait, but know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
What's this? I hadn't even had a chance to speak with anyone yet, or sort out camping supplies.
I came just in time. You are transforming.
So, would this be a manifestation of the mindflayer? You're transforming, I've come just in time to help you transform, or to protect you and prevent you from it? I haven't heard the voice before. I should have done, but I haven't. been enough crawling around in my head already. I know your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, you have. I saved you before.
And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
That shot there is rather dubious from below, makes it look like a towering creature. Take the hand offered to you. I'm not so sure that I should recoil from any help. Get up on my own. One of these is more like a willful, dominating, controlling mind flayer. Is it the... No, mind flayers are lawful evil. Recoiling from help would be more of a chaotic action. I am going to take the hand that is offered to me for now. Some sense of togetherness, belonging. It's probably what the tadpole craves.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
I'm strongly inclined to disagree. A great skull.
The fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential.
I don't trust her, and I don't agree.
I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back.
If she is a manifestation of the tadpole, though, why is it so slow act?
You'll feel better. I promise.
That is most concerning. Did we get a free rest? No camp supplies required? We appear to have had a possible free rest. Yeah. Consuming parasites. You can now consume mind flayer parasites from your inventory to unlock new illithid powers. Look out for sources of parasites in the world, including infected corpses. I am going to avoid doing that. But I do have party members. Let's go and talk to them all.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
I had a similar dream. A side effect of the tadpole, perhaps.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
I think it's some kind of sonic trick. I don't believe a word it said. It's just a dream. There's some kind of power to be unlocked. No, I don't trust it. It's up to no good.
Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
Oh, that's rough. Let's go see what everyone else has to say.
What path lies before me?
If in any doubt, Astarion is the one who wants to go full mindflayer. So getting his opinion and then avoiding it would be good.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
Okay, he's more intelligent enough than Karlach to realize before we bring it up. I did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
No, I really wouldn't. I don't trust it. We should avoid using these powers.
Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do you have some sort of condition? Honestly, it's like you hate good news. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Well, I thought you might want to go to a Zhentarim hideout and... Oh! What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise Towers?
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
We'll see. Look, he may have a... He likes exploiting and using people, which isn't good, but at least he has a cheery outlook. What's this? Something I can't interact with.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by illithid worms.
No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers offering infernal pacts, did it, Will? Maybe in time you might come to realize that. We should have as little to do with these tadpoles as we possibly can.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
Now, at some point, I will probably play a power-hungry character who does want to utilize the tadpoles, but for now, Jaria is not that character. She is resistant. What was it like, being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
Courtly dance, eh? I'd love to see a demonstration.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show.
Well, come on, for me, please.
Tempting. Give it some time. Develop a bond and maybe I'll show you a move or two.
Alright, that could be fun. Let's see how everyone else is doing. Green means you're not in the party, right? We'll fix that soon.
A private word would be nice.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me
power.
She was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
Mate, haven't you already got into trouble from that lust for power? You don't believe this is a real person talking to you then?
A real manifestation, perhaps, but not an individual of flesh and blood in the manner you or I would consider to be real. Whether she spoke the truth or not, well, I think I require a little more evidence before taking a fantasy at her word. Until then, best we speak of other matters. Is there something you wish to ask?
Mostly checking whether you had the same dream. We're getting some odd hangs in conversation when the camera returns to Jaria. A friend recently asked me if I'd noticed any like bugs or changes since the last patch, and I said, yeah, actually I've noticed a performance hit. Sometimes in conversations the clothing and armor is low resolution for the first 2 or 3 seconds before it kind of updates, which is not what he was expecting to hear. Let's hold on to these for a while. Topics for a later date. We do have a 5th companion, and she's up here, and she recently... 5th and 6th. What? 1. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we do have 6. Of course, because Karlak was out of her list. Yeah, so that's where it's 5 plus 1. Yeah. All makes sense. You're messing with that box again. And I should talk about it while Lae'zel is right across the way.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
There we saw an armor visual update. It happened to you as well.
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole. Use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess. In the waking world or otherwise.
When she said, I don't know, I'm not sure if she genuinely was uncertain or was prying for our response. She can be quite manipulative. But she doesn't give us an opportunity to voice an opinion on it, unlike the others. This... I don't know. Jaria still feels conflicted over Minthara. And this feels too forceful. It doesn't quite feel right. But we have been growing quite close. Let's see if that ruins our relationship with her or not. That artifact seems to be protecting us somehow. Do you still have it? In fact, it's worth considering, right? So I would suggest that maybe the spiky box, the artifact, the D20 of Doom, might be what is causing our tadpoles to be slow acting. Were it not for the fact that we could go a few days in game without even getting her in the party, and there are other slow-acting tadpoles out there, like the Chosen of the Absolutes and the Free Goblin Commanders, right? And they don't have a spiky box slowing things down.
Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life.
In that case, why are you so eager to dump it in my pack if I ever kick you out of the party? Curious. But you just happen to have an item that can protect us. How did you come by it? And yet you don't know what it is. That doesn't add up. Save it. Costs you your life. What then? Well, she's already made that quite clear. How did you come by it? This questioning her honesty. This just asking for a little more information.
I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mindflayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
I think you might need to start questioning what you need to know. How can you go to all this trouble and not understand why? Faith. Blind duty. Spoken like a true pawn. They tend to get sacrificed first, you know. Or admirable conviction. Although I think I'd prefer to know what I was getting myself into.
That's not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
Something of my own faith, or just something of my own? How can you go to all this trouble and not understand why? She's already hinted she's not liking this line of questioning, so let's just leave it for now. I want to talk about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
That you would still keep secrets from me and be defensive after saying this is concerning. You know, there's an old Welsh saying that goes something like, don't marry the one you love. Marry the one who loves you. This could be important, but it could be the tadpoles. Let's hold on to this until we've resolved the issue with Minthara. I wonder if we can use non-lethal damage to just knock her out. And take her prisoner.
I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
Yes, it probably is. Now, this is actually interesting. In early access, the companion conversations about this dream were slightly different. Lae'zel said she saw someone very powerful that she trusted and respected a lot, and I suspect it was Vlaakith, queen of the Githyanki. However, if you select Lae'zel at character creation as an origin character, you get to create a custom dream visitor for her. And the same goes for the other origin characters. They don't have custom guardians who fit their story more closely, which I think is actually a shame. That would have been quite nice. You're right. We should ignore this dream figure at all costs.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
I agree entirely, despite your rather harsh outlook on life. So, I think we're mostly done here. It's time to go back and attempt to administer justice to those evil scum. We absolutely did get a free camp. But hey, while we're here, come on. Up there. The sun's harsh light has dulled this armour's dark lustre. That, I think, is a hint at the fact that drow weapons and armour would literally melt and fade away in sunlight in 1st edition. They were powerful and magically enchanted, but couldn't be taken up to the surface, so adventurers could beat up some drow, get their amazingly powerful magic items, and then just never get to keep or use them. As rather an insult, really. They are creatures of dark and shadow. Light is an anathema to them. Wait. See, we can light them a load a little more. Still carrying a load of heavy gear though, which means an increase in strength would be useful. Ah well. Let's get out of camp. That was an insightful long rest, and one that didn't cost us any camping supplies. Right, I'm going to save here. The Zhentarim have not yet cleared out. Let's see how this goes.
What next?
You are evil one.
Pick a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Consequences of violence. Oh really, you broke your own ladder.
Good. Again.
Double shot though. It's a lot of drow poison. We'll work on that. Don't like you being up there. Lots of poison. Of course, she's asleep because it's drow poison. Sorry, yeah, drow used to have incredibly high stealth skills and lots of lots of sleeping poison. Let's wake her up. Target can't be helped because it's special drow magical poison. Let's get out of this. It's just water, that's okay. She is vulnerable and deadly.
That won't work.
Also, we completely missed. Okay, that's not good.
I've been wanting to try this venom.
Well, you'd better make best use of it, pal, because this is probably the last chance you're gonna get. You know, we can't wake her up, but we can cast Lesser Restoration to remove poison, right? Not blinded, bloodless, diseased, paralyzed, or poisoned, because it's a special sleeping poison. Until long rest. Wow, that is massive. Okay. Try it.
Again.
Really now? Will. Okay. And up here. And threaten this man. Ow. Oh, come on. right.
Got to move.
We're going to come over here and say you are evil.
Keep going.
Here you go. Should have tried pushing him off as well. Well, that woke her up. Now you guys are in trouble. Uh-oh. Not drow poison again. Oh! How bad? Still alive. That's good. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do is come out here. Gonna get angry. Make a great sweeping cleave. Yeah, fuck it, do it, lady. No damage to the burning brazier. Okay, that's wonderful. Where's our... Oh, she just regained consciousness. It's fine.
Time to push my luck again.
Got a problem over there that needs dealing with very quickly. That'll do.
Think you can take me on?
Now, we don't want death by initiative. That could be a problem. So, if we must move, not enough movement. Okay. Where is she? She's there. Could I not come back this way? Not enough movement. Okay, well, there's someone else who needs healing as well up here. Really now. We do what we must.
Battle favors the fearless.
Hey, Ollie. You shot Jon Snow, you bastard. And you don't even know who he is. Yeah. And now Will's out of spell slots completely. How merciless. One of them's invisible as well. This is going to be really... No, that's great. You keep attacking people who aren't the one lying on the ground badly hurt.
Not going to last much longer.
Speaking of the one lying on the ground badly hurt. Oh, she doesn't have a proper heal. Okay. Well, we go for a big one anyway. And then we got a ladder. There we go. Let's have a few extra images. They ruined this ladder. Well, we'll just stay here for now then. Ow. You've made her angry. She's also probably about to get shot right about now. Oh, mate. Seriously? Right. Okay, so we need to hit you. And then bonus attack you. We need to get out of... get pushed off ledge territory. We need to heal a friend in need. Well... Ah. Right. Jump is bonus, as is healing word. So then. This could be a problem. We'll work on it. It's not a problem. I targeted someone else. Here, though, on the other hand, that's a lot of oil. You know something? No target, that's a shame. How about... water? Ooh, no. Right. So we just drop this here. And get down this ladder again. That is blood. We can be by blood. That's fine. Self-heal. Ow. Immune to simple poison, you say? Right, so here's what we need. Get reckless. That works. Drink a potion.
In position.
Come round this way. Stop that there. Now. How's he doing? He is... Oh, shit. Right. If we jump to here... Really now, that's bad. Okay. Wait, this is... We can do it. Wasteful and risky. Excellent, we didn't even need... Right. Big one, because we want him up on his feet and staying there.
This is my time.
Yeah, this is your time to stagger away and go, ow. Obviously. And stay... Oh, mate, we could have gone up and flourished at him. Brandish our weapon in an intimidating, confusing manner, and you bastard. Right. Seriously. Okay, so here's what we do. We come round this corner. Do we just go high speed? I think we do. Right, up this ladder. We got one more image to keep us going, and head for this one. Oh, great, we can get up there as well. Out of line of sight of most of them, and we still have a bonus action. Look, 6 health isn't much at this level, okay? If we could ignite all this lot down here, that would be great. Unfortunately, we got the wrong people in the wrong places. Speaking of wrong people in wrong places... Hello. Can we chuck this down onto the... Yes, we can. Lovely. Onto the flames. Not quite good enough, unfortunately. Right.
Still on my feet.
But Shadowheart has a fire cantrip. Excellent. Okay, that's 6 hit points saved. Might as well grab that lot now. Lots of flames here. We don't want to get into those. Let's just leave it at that.
Favors the fearless. 2 steps at a time.
Yeah, stay safe. Oh, there we go. Are we still fighting, or is it all over now? Right. No, I'm going to hit short rest first.
Put the
Excellent.
wind back in my sails.
Then... Excellent.
Need to find a way forward.
So that was very deadly, and it's not all over with yet. Because there's this other group at the back, aren't there? I don't remember casting a bless. Must have come from the item. have they rearmed these? I hear rat. I do not see rat to talk to rat. Where is rat? I'm imagining there may be good information to be gained from it. Right, you lot. Apparently you're not attacking yet. Why not?
Didn't I tell you to move along?
Yeah, and you know what else? Your mates are evil.
Messed up. At least you won't live to regret it.
Sure. You burn us, we'll burn you. It's thematic, okay? Right, now. That's a hit. Let's make it an angry hit. We know the wolves need to be removed quickly. They don't seem so bad. Yeah, fuck it. There's fighting over here to be done, so let's get to it. She's already in the flames. Let's get out of them. Person, bag, dog. Right. I mean, it says temporarily hostile, but there's a way we could make that hostility incredibly temporary, and that would be by dealing 28 points of damage. Intelligence and wisdom are low. Oof. Okay. I mean, it's not 28, but it's close. Oh, I really want to do this. I'm gonna do it. We go attack? No, we go back up. There's bad, scary dogs. To start, we need to look into ways of upping the damage on that, if possible. Again, it's +3 force from agonizing blast. Ah, yes, good. Right. We're just gonna... Hello. All in? All in. We tried. One of these villains might have the thing that makes the lift work. Uh-oh. Right, well look, you got a ranged weapon. This is a hammer. It rolled a bloody one. Okay, and it doesn't make attacks of opportunity apparently. Ow, ow. Right. Get hit.
Got it.
You get hit as well. There we go. Now, we can't get over there to deal with that. We can... Sod it. Ah, right up there. Do it, lady. No spell slots, no do it. You know, we could just pile on here, or we could say... Pity's sake. Okay. Look at me, ponce about with a rapier like a Three Musketeers, even though there's 4 of them, fam. Hey, that's gotta help, right? Somehow, a little bit. speaking of helping. Excellent. It's not ideal, but it'll... You know what? Sod it. There we go. Loving the miss there. Hammer continues being a popular song. I mean, I think Bob Dylan covered it. It was basically a Woody Guthrie song, isn't it? Right. Oh, you reckoned you were going to get away with that, did you? Guess what? That's only a simple poison. You thought I was just going to miss, did you? There we go. Coming over to join in the fun.
Got to concentrate.
Sure. Quick jab with a spear. 1 whole point. That was pathetic, but we'll live with it. Right. Obviously, I mean, might as well try. Oh, that was terrible.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Okay, she's proven to be a bit tough. We're going to have to do something about that soon. I like the way our defences are holding up, though. Yeah, sure, take your attack of opportunity. We're going to hit this man for both. Goodness sake. Okay, that broke. Probably because of all the flames. Right. Could go fight her, or could go... yes. And... fucking die, you bitch. Look, she don't care. She's angry and violent. She wants to jump down there and fight now, but hey, there's a wolf over here.
Talk to me.
Battle favors the fearless.
Oh, mate. You better summon a weapon. Come, wolf. Fight the hammer. Okay, that's an issue. Hammer hits wolf. Wolf doesn't frighten Shadowheart anymore. Hammer flies down to fight down here. Oh, I really, really want to. Yeah! And that's what having a barbarian in the party is all about.
Ready.
Action. Standard action. Why does he not have a standard action? Oh, that's the other one. This one. Sure. Guess what? None of these are partials? Okay then.
I can't even catch my breath.
Okay, she's taking very low damage every time she gets struck. She may be taking some kind of half damage. Now you are gonna just run on up here and be ready to fight next time. Gonna lose rage because she didn't attack. And she's clearly taking half damage from virtually everything we do. But now, Grace for the rest of your turn, roll melee damage twice and use the highest result. Brilliant. We can go lacerate as well, right? That's a... I don't know if she'll take half damage from her bleeding, but if she doesn't, that's a great way to end it. I mean, the damage is coming from literally inside her, right? So the bleeding shouldn't be reduced. Okay. Hammer comes floating over. Right, rage ended. Hit her anyway.
Come on, let's go.
Right, yeah, I was thinking about Wolfheart's Fray didn't come from her. So it must have been from our enemy. Speaking of enemies, and...
Defender of the people.
Quite right. Defend them from these evil scumbags. Okay, 2 keys. Zhentarim key and ornate key. Big button, we're probably not going to press that as it's probably just going to arm all the traps back at this end of the complex.
One move ahead.
And another key. Not going to attack that. This looks like the kind of place where there would be traps. Though her dress denotes humble origins, this young woman's gaze is steady and unabashed. Even unfinished, the portrait speaks of awe and affection in every brushstroke. Possibly the woman the artist loved. Why does this look like it? Abyss Beckoners. Demon Spirit Aura. The wearer's summoned creature has resistance to all damage except psychic damage. At the start of a summoned creature's turn, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be driven mad. Demons will bite their masters, slaves, comrades, and, on occasion, themselves. They bite on principle and are functionally piranha with extra steps. Now, got some shears, quill link, a heavily furbished. We can't take that. Okay, it's worth a try. What else is in here? Still me. Well, sort of. He's gone through a number of changes, at least one so far. There may be more, and there's something glistening on this high shelf. Just a coin. Huh. Wax. Interesting. There's a sack, we'll check that. Rucksack. Notes from a soothsayer. Each chapter of this book details a unique case study in the soothsayer Geraldine Havelow's illustrious career. Its 23rd chapter is conspicuously dog-eared. Chapter 23. The Frightened Noble and the Ochre Omen. Let's see, Geraldine Havelow. Hereunder I have transcribed a conversation between myself and a young nobleman of my lifelong acquaintance. Typically, he came to me for guidance in matters of love and fortune, but his visit to me on one particular occasion stands out particularly in my mind. Himself, Madam, please, what I say to you is true. Myself, perhaps you'd be so kind as to repeat it for the record. Himself. The fellow I met has ochre skin with ears like an elf and the nose of a half-rotted corpse. Markings like those on a fawn's hide decorated his skin. Myself. I see. But what did he say as he approached you in the, what was it, misted glen upon your lands? Himself. The fellow, the creature, the man came to me slowly, a blade in his right hand. I was transfixed, as though stricken stiff by some magic. He held the sword below my chin and asked me something I could not understand. I can see it now, the blade, silver as the moon, as a moon in a lake beneath my chin. Ah, Githyanki. Should have known from the nose. Myself. Calm yourself, sir. You are quite safe. You say you could not understand what the fellow said. Himself. At first, no. No, at first I knew not what tongue he spoke, but he seemed to glean my confusion and tried in common instead, and he said, Tell me now, which plane is this? It was then I lost grasp of the ghost and fainted directly to the ground. Myself. And then? Himself. And then, when I woke, I know not how much later, he was gone, and I flew to you. Myself. I understand, child. Be not frightened, for you have been visited by a most auspicious omen. Your crops will yield twice their wealth this year. Himself. Truly. But who was he? Myself. He was a figment of your inner demon, a messenger from your deepest intuition, and he came to inform you of your impending luck. And I tell you, it was so. Someone, here among the Zhentarim, has taken great interest in the recent appearance of the Githyanki. Where is this bloody rat? There came to me a woman who I shall henceforth call R, greatly distraught at the unusual tempers of her husband, whom I shall henceforth call B. 3 months prior he'd suffered night sweats, crying out from sleep that he bore the mark of chaos, must have been a Warhammer fan. 2 months prior he'd taken to calling himself by the name Saravok. How long ago was this written? One month ago he'd speak of little else but the throne for which he is destined. Saravok was the main villain from Baldur's Gate 1. He was essentially the Kurgan from Highlander, but with more intelligence and guile. I attended to B at the couple's farmhouse. Could this be him, or could it be someone trying to take on his guise, his mantle to become him? Someone who believes they are him. You know, is this before his rise to infamy, or is this afterwards some copycat killer? He sat calmly at the table, an unknown book clutched to his chest. I detected no curse nor loathsome spirit upon him, nor the presence of magic. Yet upon shining the light of candle flame upon him, he raised the book high and exclaimed, The deaths they bring shall awaken the Father, and through them he will rise. I snatched the book from his hand and flung it to the hearth, where it burned not in red nor yellow flame, but pure black. It left but a single scrap, reading, He foresaw his coming death, and seeded his essence across the land. B shivered and sighed as if waking from a nightmare. He had no memory of the book, nor the words he had spoken. Diagnosis: unspecified neurotic enfrallment. Treatment: herbal tincture of garlic and drace, sipped thrice daily until exhaustion lifts. So some power is making someone believe they are Saravok.
What to do?
Saravok is the villain whose name was mentioned in that Baldur's Gate 3 mod that I've been complaining about recently.
Never wanted the easy path.
Saravok, or rather, I was tempted to hint at it by saying Koveras. At one point during the original Baldur's Gate, he went by the name Koveras as a disguise, and then later taunted the player for not realizing it was just Saravok spelled backwards. Oh! We got wizard scrolls. Okay. Scroll of Melf's acid arrows. Scroll of... Is that lightning bolt? It was. Oh, we better get that back to camp. She doesn't dare loot that. We'll let someone else do it. Let's see if we can get this one open. Here we go. Uh-oh.
A long way to go still.
Maybe someone else? Pass a perception check?
Best avoid that trap.
Look. This... I don't know, I mean... This feels like a... get a qualified thief to deal with it kind of situation. At least the traps aren't that hard to disarm yet. So I'm used to Pathfinder where the disarm DC is like 15, 20, 25 or something, you know. Right. What else have we in here? Quite a lot. Let's see if we can get these open.
What are you hiding?
Okay, lock's a bit harder, but we're still pretty good. Okay, more infernal iron. I wonder if we can take that back to Damon and get Karlach's engine upgraded even further.
Yes! Damon can use this to fix me.
He already did. But sure. We're safe. But hey, if we gotta do it again, and she likes it again, it probably makes up for having hurt her feelings a bit earlier.
Already.
Right, what else? Uh-huh, uh-huh. Look, there might be something in here. Most importantly of all, so we could use
No chance I'll fit through
that hole out there to nip in here and rob the place. If we had some kind of shape-shifting thief, like some kind of multi-class druid rogue, that would be a way of doing it. With less violence. What we really want to do, however, is see if we can find
already.
the chest that we brought back for Rugen.
Onward. Ever onward.
For now, though, we're heading back this way. Maybe they just moved it on already. Right, had someone pack it up and run away with it. Oh, lots of writing. Wonderful.
Let's move.
An excerpt from the True and Impossible Ventures of Tenebrook's Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is never known to have left her native Waterdeep and emerges from her rooms at the yawning portal only to exchange scrawled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. So she's a hack. It is quite a feeling to fall forever. Of course, fall does not exactly describe it, nor indeed does fly. Each patch of sky in the elemental plane of air is bound by no laws but its own, rendering petty attempts at... Look, Captain Morrow could be just like a really, really, really talented diviner, right? That'll be interesting, casting clairaudience and clairvoyance to go to places, have the experiences without actually experiencing them, then write about it. The armchair adventurer, literally. Right. It's exactly this ferocious freedom that makes a plunge through the eternal blue the only way I've learned to truly relax. You seem distracted, observed Erul, shouting to be heard over the howling wind. That the goblin could so easily pierce my inscrutable facade was no surprise to me, for she is a sage of considerable wisdom and a lifelong friend to boot. I am, I acknowledged, expertly adjusting my posture to avoid a drifting Aarakocra nest. Lord Primus was forewarned of my contract to infiltrate his mind palace. I had to leave my entire crew on Mechanis just to escape alive. I could sense her frown beneath the bleached bone skull that eternally obscured her face. It was an affectation of her monastic order, and just one of the many things I had never truly understood about her. All perished? Surely the traitor was among them. Perished? Oh no, I traded them. Lord Primus wished to study mortal mannerisms, and he was most forthcoming with the identity of my betrayer in return. I reached out across the divide and slipped from her finger the ring of command. With the loss of the magical item, she instantly ceased to fly and began to fall in earnest. A subtle distinction, but an important one. Her screams were already lost by the whipping wind by the time new bride loomed into view. I climbed aboard, weighing the wing in my palm. Its exact twin was nestled on my own finger, forged by Erul as many moons ago as a symbol of our undying friendship. Worry not, dear reader. She is my friend still, and it is fully my intention to return and catch her someday. Catch her before she escapes, or catch her before she lands from the fall? The implication obviously being that Erul's is the traitor. We've got a mug of beer. A bottle, mug, cup.
Might be useful.
Potato porridge. Make porridge of potatoes? A baguette, in case you're French. Green grapes. Lovely. Yeah, no, I want to pick it up. There we go. Well, we'll feed well next time we rest. Should sort out Harold as well. Harold is heavy. So I want to say Lizelle, actually. Great dukes and duchesses, lords and ladies, and all who seek knowledge of the world, welcome. I have travelled far, seen much, and recorded all. My odyssey began in a humble tavern where I met a Rashemi mercenary. An approachable fellow, he offered me a tale in exchange for a drink. I accepted and was soon rapt as one ale became 6. He told me the legends of his people, sharing their stories and culture. He told me of the lands he'd visited, from the Silver Marches to Kalimshan, from the Moonshay Isles to the plains of purple dust. The more he spoke, the more I realized I'd never travelled further than Beregost. Beregost was the location of Baldur's Gate 1, wasn't it? I felt like a fly, spending my short life buzzing about a latrine, ignorant of everything I was missing. Well, no more. The next day I packed a bag and set out, following the Chion far east. I would travel to Rashomon, see this magnificent world, and document it all. I see. Well, let's see what else we can find about here. Well. So, you lot are nasty people. No, right here, come on. Here, thank you. Oh. Where have their bodies gone? Is it because I looted them earlier? I don't know, it feels wrong somehow. Okay, that's not working. We'll come around. The bodies do appear to have vanished. Interesting. So at this point, there's no great evidence of... I wonder if the chest is back at the Knoll Cave then. That'd be interesting, right? It shouldn't be. They should have brought it back here. But it should be here, all the same. I presume it's been removed because of the assumption that I am their friend, and I'm not going to try take it from them or mess it up. Okay. Music box. A couple of silver ingots. A lyre. A scimitar. Scroll of Featherfall. Mage armor. Speak of Dead. Acid arrow. Arrow of lightning. Arrow of roaring thunder. Smoke pipe. Okay, so. Yeah. Two light crossbows. A dagger. There appears to be a brutal lack of bodies to loot. What's going on? Well, that's 4 and not 14. Yeah, we can reach it now, just dragged it a little bit closer. That's very disturbing. I don't know why the bodies have all disappeared. That feels like a bug. Because I know I didn't come down here and loot these ones who all got killed by the explosion. I should go and see if that lift is working now. Pretty sure I looted the bodies up here, but... because she fell right here at the top of the ladder. He died up there. The bodies have literally disappeared. Interesting. Yeah. I have a strong inclination to go back to the cave where they were hiding and see if the chest is magically still there. But I really have my doubts. Right, how about now? Can't be used right now. locked. Okay, well, we're not going to try and lockpick that. But apparently we can. Even though that doesn't make any sense. Alright. So dumb. But I want to check this before I stop recording. Oh. Okay. I used the wrong waypoint. If it is still there, that wouldn't make much sense. Oh! There's that chap still upstairs in the hideout. We should have probably dealt with him as well. Also, 3 people injured. Why not take that second long rest?
Nice
Short.
nap.
Very short. And then we'll head up here to the cavern and see what we shall see. Right. I also think after this I go back to the inn of Warkeen's Rest upstairs. So, chest was here. I presume they've carried it away from this place. Yes, it seems to sadly be no longer at this location.
No time to dally.
Well, there's something to read. Right. Lots of supplies. Few recognize Shar as a goddess of creation, or Saloon as a goddess of destruction, yet both are true. Born in the primordial ebb and flow of time, they forged Abertorial together, and Zhentarim, mother of life, sprang into existence. Light and dark hung in perfect balance, embraced by Shar, enlightened by Saloon. Yet their creations were cold and distant, and Zhentarim prayed for warmth. This simple request divided the sisters, driving them to conflict, but it was Saloon that forced true flame into Abertorial, sparking the sun. How could Shar not be harmed by such a betrayal, forced to war against both the light of the sun and the light of the moon? As the goddesses tore each other asunder, they formed new gods and new conflicts, all for the sake of a little warmth. The lesson is this: to put selfish comforts over the fate of existence is folly. For those who understand, the Lady of Loss is always listening. Now, I see great big wooden chest. I see a sack. Let's just shift that and be glad it didn't trigger some kind of trap. Right, speaking of traps, I've just found one. Okay, is this some kind of... this is some kind of lingering cloud. Right, we want to get that there. Just cover it up in case it... yes, good. Let's get this open. 10. We can probably do this without help, but might as well enjoy the health anyway. There we go. We actually needed the guidance. Shar, help me open this bloody chest. Ooh, Reason's Grasp. Very furry looking gauntlets. Ever vigilant. When the wearer chooses to end their rage, they gain 15 temporary hit points. Oh, we know who's getting those.
All cleared out.
Right, we are going to leave. We're going to send those to her. She's going to take them and wear them. Very furry indeed. Right. Oh, no. Wait. Wasn't there? I could have sworn there was one here. Oh, goodness, we still got to speak to that man. Right, well, let's get out of here then. Well, her mood seems to have improved ever so slightly. Ever so slightly, mind. I do feel that the morale shifts, the approval shifts, are possibly a little bit too large and could stand to be a little bit smaller, but I'm not sure on that one. Right. Let's head back to the inn and prepare to end the episode. Overall, this time, look, I didn't get everything, didn't lose everything. Things went reasonably well for us. I'm quite pleased. As I should be. I could have sworn there was a waypoint somewhere near this inn. It may be just around this corner. But we got a fellow in here to go to speak to, and that is something we can do in the very next episode. For now though, I'm going to leave this one here. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the very next one. I'm going to say goodbye for now though, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon.